time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Comments expressed by the hosts, their guests, callers, and advisors on Eye of the Nation are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of ILS, the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be represented in part or entirety without the express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Eye of the Nation is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2026. All rights are reserved.
Welcome to Eye on the Nation. I'm Lincoln Bain.
I'm Sunny Brown.
And this is the People Them Declaration.
Child, we have a fun, full show for you guys. Of course, we're going to go through the declarations. We can't go through them. What? Thank you. I mean, come on. In the middle of me speaking.
I didn't look at it before now.
So we're going to get to that later on the show. Of course, we have some clips from some rallies and stuff that happened over the weekend. We want to get you guys caught up on the Free National Movement, had a press conference today. Lincoln had a rant yesterday. So we're going to get all of that. We're going to try and pack all of the weekend into 2 hours. So you're going to have to bear with us. But remember how we keep talking about sign wars? F&M definitely winning. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I kept talking about, I don't know if maybe I'm just driving in the wrong parts or different parts of New Providence, but everywhere I go, it's just a flood of red. And now, I guess since we tell them not to wrap the whole thing in red anymore, they tie in like little ribbons around it.
Karen is doing that.
You said it like that, you scared a mess out of me just now.
Karen Butler have two dudes on a ladder tying a bow.
What are they doing with the bows?
I have no clue what it's about.
So now they have big red ribbons everywhere. And then driving on because I went to get some food from somewhere all the way out west on the weekend. And so I had to drive on the airport road. Have you been on that road lately? So the F&M has these massive billboards. I must say, it was genius. It makes a lot of sense. People drive in there that talking about pretty much the PLP and what they call the PLP's failures. You don't have nothing else to do on that road but look forward anyway.
So you're saying that they PLP the PLP?
Yes, they did. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. On that, and you don't see any of the PLP signs until you reach like the first roundabout. So that whole strip from between Fusion and the first roundabout is just these massive F&M billboards on the whatever side of the road this is.
Yeah. You remember in 2012 the PLP came out with those?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So the F&M has officially PLP'd.
They pretty much doing the same thing, but they have like really, I wish I had taken a video of it, but catchy slogans. What?
That would be illegal.
I could have stopped and pulled on the side of the road.
Very good. I'm very happy to see that you are here being a law-abiding citizen.
I'm just saying, I could have, I should have, but I'm sure.
I want you to know Shanta watches this show. I'm here to report all of your misgivings.
I'm sure that the people know what I'm talking about. That just strip, they just have those big signs out. They didn't have anything that I thought was overly insightful, but it was decent. So I think from what I've been seeing, especially around here, in this area and in the west area where I live, F&M definitely winning the sign wars.
Okay.
And you did say signs had the whole of your corner book out.
It's like a little mausoleum of sorts.
Yeah. So I don't know. They really spending their money on flags and billboards and signs.
Well, the sign man certainly making their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good couple of weeks for the people in science. Anybody with a ladder.
And T-shirts.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of creative T-shirts over the weekend too that was at some of the rallies. Like, you know, people making their money right now, and I'm happy for them for that.
How do you decide who should put up your, like how do you talk a fella into tying, like when you decide you want Pookie and Tall Boy, you know, that look like Pookie and Platyped, right? So when you tell Pookie and Platyped, hey, I have something I want you all to do for me randomly on a random Saturday. And they say, yeah, boss lady, anything for you, man, right? Because, you know, that's the Bahamian man vernacular,
Okay.
right? And then you say, here is 1,000 foot of random pink ribbon.
It was in pink. It's red.
No, I talk about Karen.
Oh, Karen, the ribbon was pink?
I sent you the video so you could watch it.
But why you? I didn't remember. I think I watched it, but that was like 2 days ago.
Right, Karen got Pookie and Platyped with 1,000 foot of ribbon. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is, but they have the whole of the back of Cowpen line off, the whole of the little road will take you off of Cowpen line off. I don't know how much ribbon they have.
I know for sure. Commonwealth Fabrics, Home Fabrics, whatever fabric store, the sign people,
Yeah.
the T-shirt people, everybody making money.
It is distressing.
I happy for them. It's time. It's time. Get the money from who you need to get the money from.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back when we come back. Like I said,
Because you
declarations.
need to have 10 jobs in order to have 400 and how much $1 million?
Child, that man say $500 million.
This boy almost got as much money as the Chinese Exim Bank.
We'll be back right after this.
Oh boy.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Foreign commercial banks have been closing across our islands. For thousands of Bahamians, our country's post office savings banks are a lifeline, providing safe and secure banking. But Michael Pintard says,
we will abolish the bank through the post office system.
That's a risk Bahamians can't afford. That's why the Prime Minister is making post office savings banks stronger to protect Bahamian families and small businesses who rely on them.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Neven Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown.
So, who are we going to first? Because this was...
Well, before we go to anything, can we pay some bills really quickly?
Sure.
All right. So, you know, with Canoe, Bahamian businesses can access their funds right at home. You can enjoy faster payouts, process payments 24/7, and move money at your convenience. So, Bahamian business owners can accept payments online with Canoe, explore Canoe's API and invoicing features to get paid locally and internationally. So, Canoe is a Bahamian fintech helping local merchants accept payments fast and easy. Canoe empowers entrepreneurs to get paid quickly and to grow.
For all your everyday needs, choose Canoe.
All right. So, you know, over the weekend, both of the major political parties had rallies. I think the PLP had their rally in Exuma, if I'm remembering, and the FNM had theirs in Abaco.
Right.
The COI said they're not having any rallies, but
They have
I tell you one thing they did have. Boy, did you see the views on the live?
Yeah.
But if it's one thing Bahamians like, it's mess and drama.
But you have to, that come from our days of our lives background, like Die Young and the Restless background. Like, so all of our Grammys used to make us sit down and watch little soap opera. And so because Bahamians have a palate for soap opera.
That's what it is, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it gave me regrets. But we're going to get to that. So before we get to the COI and all of that and the press conference from today, and I think the PLP has a rally tonight at the soccer...
Yeah, which I think is gonna be huge, right? I just like the concept of it. I actually want to pass by to see, but I'm an FNA, so I'm not sure. I have to meet with the executives.
Well, in any event, so we're just gonna give you guys some quick highlights from things that you may have missed that went on this weekend before we move on to the other stuff that we know you guys are really here for.
Yeah.
The declarations. And of course the Lincoln and the revelation that didn't come drama.
I thought we was going to call it Rumble, Young Man, Rumble. I thought we was going to call it, because we have to sensationalize it, right? Like, all of the sensationalism, I figure hey, why not just ride that wave?
Okay, no. So we're going to start off with, I think we have highlights from the PLP's rally first. So we'll play the first highlight, and then we'll talk right after that.
Bragging about feeding children. That's somebody without vision. You understand that? That's someone who doesn't understand vision, because they just see the breakfast. But let me tell you what we see. We see an increase in attendance in our schools. We see a decrease in children who are coming late to our schools. We see increased productivity and performance in our schools. That's because we understand progress. I want you to understand something tonight, Bahamians. This election is important. It's important because we have to decide whether we continue forward or whether we allow disruption. And I'm only here to talk to you for 2 minutes, and 1.5 already gone.
So let me say something. And I had to swallow, well, not even swallow my words, because I did initially say I didn't really know anything about Robin when we first was introduced to Robin in this setting, and not as a senator.
Magical?
Could you let me finish my sentence?
Go ahead.
And this man was like, she's magical, and he had all these wonderful words to say. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about her. I was like, I haven't seen anything that was so amazing. And then the first speech to me that she gave that day, it just was okay to me. It was an average speech. It wasn't anything that got me exciting. But her coming on the show, I mean, meeting her and watching that just now, I mean, she's just dynamic. I don't know. I may be smitten with her. I may have a little, I don't know. I have smitten, a convert. I'm smitten with her a little bit, and I'm okay. And I'm okay. It's okay to say that. Yeah. There are several women I'd be like, I kind of like her. I love to see strong, bossy women. That's who I am.
She doesn't give me the ick. You ever?
It's the ick.
No.
It's the ick.
No. So you ever hear people talking? You're like ick. Like not. No, ick, it's the ick. Not the ick. The ick is icky, icky.
Nobody says the ick. You give someone the ick.
No.
Like how you giving me the ick right now? Like that.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so we also had a highlight from Renika Knowles, who was the Long Island candidate. And the reason that I wanted to play this and I wanted to show this is because I feel like between this and the interview that I saw that was done on nomination day, I feel like they clip our little birdie's wings.
Oh, they got the cocktail right.
I feel like they just, I don't know, I feel like they...
I just want to say that I saw she declared $5 million, and for $5 million.
No. We got to come back to her declarations.
Right? I'd like to keep her calm.
Yeah.
So, Renika, if you're looking for something to keep you calm, I am volunteering myself to be volunteered.
Let's watch the video, and then we'll come back.
I'm Chester Cooper. Long Island is getting a world-class airport. Planes landing full, planes taking off full, and international airlines at that. That means opportunity. That means jobs. That means real growth.
Ride the wave with bread.
This is not by accident. Cat Island Airport, Exuma, your airport's coming. Long Island, you are finally getting what you deserve. That is leadership. That is vision. That is progress.
You get an airport. Everybody get an airport. If you want an airport, just stand on the line right over here. This the who all could have an airport line.
I will say this. I didn't hear a word she said. I just was so sad for her.
Oh,
because I feel like she went from, like full of vigor and
Dynamism.
young, and she was dynamic, and then y'all and say the girl needed to go on meds, and then started saying all kind of negative things. She got turned into a meme. I mean, the video went viral. People were talking about her, and I think she just went from 100 to 0. But I would really like to see her at like 50.
I don't know. As a matter of fact, I feel like they turned it down a little too low now, right? Because
Yeah, I feel like they did it too bad.
She always has this almost wantingness to cry in her voice a little bit when you hear her. You know what I mean? And here's the deal, right? So, Renika, I just go out there and talk. So
just be normal.
What I usually do when I public speak is I just look at one human. And I consider myself having a conversation with one human and not the big, and maybe that'll work for her. I don't know. But for whatever it is worth, they certainly can't maim her there. So it is a wonderful, safe space to exist.
But I will say, some of the comments that I was reading, people have noticed the exact same thing that I noticed. It was like, well, what happened to her?
So she won't be as memorable.
No, but people are like, what happened to her, though? It was like, I did agree that a lot was going on, but now I feel like they just...
Like not enough is going on.
No, they clipped that little birdie's wing. I hope that she could get some of it back before. Yeah, I like that for her.
She declared $5 million. And for $5 million, Renika, if you're looking for something to keep you calm, I'd just like to volunteer.
Listen, for $5 million, Renika, if you're looking for someone to help you with diction and help you with reading, and I would even write a speech.
No, she sounded like she could read. She sounded like she
No, just to where to put the emphasis is and how to speak.
I have something to keep her nerves smooth, like grease through a pipe.
Anyway, I'm ignoring you. So the Prime Minister also spoke, and he talked about, look like the FNM may be having some little issues, some little internal issues. So we're going to play that clip for you guys.
Yeah. It's more like division. Looks like division. They're all broken up. It's sad. It's so sad some of their candidates have started crying on stage. What a sight to behold. Is that one of their tricks in the politics? I can't understand it. You all are sensible people here in Juma. You would let a messed up crew like that run a Comstan, let alone a government. They're too divided. They're too full of politics. They couldn't work together to load a nail boat, let alone take on our country's toughest problems. Because as well as I do, it matters who's in charge. The decisions a government makes, they really matter. We raised the minimum wage, they attacked us. We started a school breakfast program, they attacked us. We are carrying out the country's first nationwide comprehensive energy reforms to put solar up across our islands, to bring your bills down, to make electricity more reliable. They're attacking all of that too.
The crying put me off as well.
The crying put me off. I had a whole rant about it.
You can't cry too much. I'm sorry, call it trauma. Big, grown, tall man, 6 foot odd. I can't take too much of crying.
Yeah.
So PM, me and you together.
Not just even the too much of the crying. I can't take too much of him. So we're not playing any clips from him. But just know,
oh boy.
he
called. Be partial.
No, we playing other clips from other FNMs, just not him.
Oh boy.
I cannot with the acting, man. That man went to Abaco in a jacket like he was in Canada in the snow. You know how hot it is in Nassau? But not Nassau.
He probably only have Canada clothes. What you want him to do?
That's how I know you don't have it all. You know how hot it is, and you had that big bomber jacket on.
A big bubble
jacket.
You only wear bubble jacket for John Canoe.
And then went out there, called people demons, started this rant again, keep talking about this bullying again, and still ain't called no names. Have you told Shanta?
Shanta, you know about this? Shanta says, Shanta doesn't know anything about this.
Anyway, see, don't cost me talking to Vanna. We ain't supposed to talk with him today. Well, not in this segment.
Yeah.
But when we get to the $1 billion segment, we're going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because me and him might be friends after this. So we're going to move on to the F&M's rally. So they had their rally in Abaco. And Pintard was the first one out of the... Well, no, he wasn't the first one out of the gate. But he's the first one out of our gate from the F&M. So you can watch that.
They come to Abaco and other family islands and they say, if the F&M takes over, they're going to fire all of those who were hired in the last 4.5 years. Lie, them a tell. We are here to create more employment, not put our brothers and sisters on the road. Not like how they did in social services, firing women who are the breadwinners of their family, who make $350, $400, put them out on the street. That's what they did when they came to power. I want to say to everyone who works in the post office, the crew that is in power have demonstrated over and over again. They are prepared to help people find jobs by taking who they believe to be F&Ms and putting them out of jobs. That's not the way you grow a country.
Now, I think what he is responding to is the PLP came out and said that if the F&M wins, they're going to lay off a lot of people in the civil service, because that's what happened the last time.
Right, and they said that they're using words like right side, and what it means is fire.
Right, so what he is saying is, listen, that wasn't us. Like, that was a different government. That wasn't us. That's not what we're coming to do. We're not going to do that. There was a lot of right side. He's saying that wasn't him.
Where was Michael?
He was in the cabinet, but he wasn't making the decisions. Now, let's be honest now. Menace ain't listening to him as the leader of the party. You think he was listening to him as just a regular member?
Did he send a resignation from the cabinet?
Of course, nobody's going to tender the resignation. But he's trying to say this is a different F&M and we're not going to do that.
Jordan.
Right. So he's saying, so he's just making people at ease that if we do win the general election, we're not going to do that. Because they did right-size all of the ministries because they said that a lot of money was being paid out in salaries, which is the truth. And they then accused the PLP of using government entities as their own hiring practices to put people on the campaign so we get your job, which may not necessarily have been untrue, but they also put plenty of people out of jobs. And so he's saying we ain't doing that. So don't worry about it. We're not putting any mothers out of jobs. We're not putting any people out on the street. Y'all gonna be straight.
Here's the thing. So again, this whole absolute repentant position of deep contrition is one that evades me often because, I mean, like, where were you?
You keep saying that, but
all I'm saying is, where did you find this new contrition from? Because
he's now
I
the
don't
leader.
know if I saw a remote. Fine. When the single mother them gets sent home, where was the remorse? See, because contrition should follow remorse. You agree?
But we don't know what happened behind the scenes. We don't know if he was advocating for them behind the scenes. We have no idea. We don't know what took place in cabinet, but we know when they came out, they had to come out as a united front. Like when we say, me and you could fight in the house, but when we walk out, we are a family. So we don't know.
Tell them, boy, man, it's firing these people. Me and me. Child, I want all y'all stay.
In any event, so that was Pintar. We also had Denley Penn. She spoke about some of the changes that she wanted, some reform that she wanted to see, especially in the industry that she's in, which is in the funeral business. So here you go.
And Michael Pintar. Our contract to Bahamian people commits to at least $10 million annually in new grants for small and micro businesses with dedicated funding for young entrepreneurs and family islanders. No one will be left behind. We will overhaul inland revenues so that it serves business owners instead of harassing them and sending out requests for business license and VAT payment that were already paid. We will reform the system so you are no longer taxed on gross overturn when you are barely breaking even.
I need Denley to read a speech a little bit before she got out there.
Well, here's what I say. Here's what I noticed, right? It appears as though one person is doing a cut and paste speech for everybody. So unless you're Rick and go up there and go...
They need to write speeches for him. Stop calling that man name in this segment, please.
But unless... I mean, so there are only two options. Either everybody reads the cookie cutter speech, or candidates that are going to go on that rally stage are going to have to go off script at some point.
But there's nothing wrong with going off script
I don't disagree.
if you know what you're talking about. And if you are passionate about something and that is what you're speaking about, you should be able to go off script just a little bit.
Sure. But then the question becomes, why do they all feel so compelled to stay on script?
Because they probably have one, you know, when you have a campaign manager and there's someone who's running and they say, this is what we're doing, and we don't want anyone to veer off. The name who we should not call went off script the other day and started crying on the stage. That didn't go well.
They certainly didn't write that in the speech.
They certainly did not. They did not write about the bullying and all the other stuff he talked about
all the
either.
In the mode. I can't imagine that being in the speech.
Exactly. And so they probably say, hey, y'all.
This the speech, okay?
Just stay in line.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people
what the
making a
FNM's
mockery out
problem
of it.
appears to be, if I had to make a calculated guess, they don't have no tray.
Oh, Jesus.
They need a FNM tray. You know, like how...
They have one. What's his name?
Who?
Oh, goodness. He was in the little satire.
The fact that you can't remember his name means he ain't no tray.
I trying to remember his name, man.
There you have it. That's how you know. And you know like how we have a Bahamian tray? Because we even have a Bahamian tray.
I can remember.
We have a Bahamian tray, we have a PLP tray. FNMs, man, find yourself one the tray.
I can remember. And when I remember, I can call it. But it could just come at the wrong
Because you
time.
can't just have a person writing speeches that sounds good to them. You have to actually know the candidate. You have to... And another thing was, that I took away from this was, everybody that came up on the stage, although you were at an Abaco rally, talked so much about Abaco, that I was almost confused about who the candidate was.
Well, you know, they had to talk about Ingram because that was Ingram's place.
Indeed.
Anyway, when we come back, we're going to talk about Lincoln and the live stream from yesterday.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about what the Parliamentary Commissioner said in response to that. And then we're going to get to this mountain
how I can keep you calm if you got $5 million to spend.
Into these declarations. We'll be back right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Food Dragon.
Food Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Hit it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here. time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. It's very interesting to be reading what all people who own around this place say.
Child, make you feel broke. I tell you that. You really shouldn't be having, huh?
Kind of shiver broke. You know, I'm Church of God, right? So there's a song in the Church of God that says, I'm rich, but not by Satan's pages. I'm standing on the promise.
Okay, we ain't doing this. All right, so I know y'all see we have this wonderful plate of food in front of us.
Bring all this food.
Hold on. Can y'all see that?
Yeah. Apparently, Sandy talked with the people the other day.
Their food is so good. Okay, so I didn't know what the name of it was, but it's called Gentleman's Restaurant and Bar. And this is somewhere that I actually do get food from. Their tacos and stuff are really good. I had spaghetti from them before. It was really good. I had quesadillas from them before. It was really good. And so they sent us food today.
Sure. I've never had anything from them, but we'll see.
And this looks like a bacon cheeseburger.
Oh, yeah.
This is conch, this is shrimp, this is chicken wings, this is fries, and then they sent Alfredo, but I hid it because I don't want to share.
You mean the Alfredo that's hidden right there?
No, man, I was supposed to hide this because I didn't want to share. But anyway, so shout out to Gentlemen's Club. So if you're looking for them, they're having tacos and Tequila Tuesday. They're Blue Hill Road South by the Farmers Market. So you know right there where they fixing up the Farmers Market right in there?
You mean where Auntie Pia?
Yes, right in there.
Is building the wood fish fry of the South Cheese calls it?
Yes, right in there.
Okay.
So, and tomorrow is tacos and Tequila Tuesday, if you can see that. Eat the food. Ain't like you'll never eat on air before.
I'm waiting on you to finish.
Anyway, I did remember the name.
I ask you, are we going to put Brave or Michael on it?
We need a ketchup. Who's ketchup?
Because I don't think it'll go very good with Lincoln.
We might need some Lincoln with some of the fries.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I remember the name. Xavier. Is it Xavier Knowles? Is that his name?
What about him?
He's the Dre.
You're going to get one last lie on these people TV while these holy people are here watching this TV. Not for my sake, for Christ's sake. Don't say that again. You ready?
That's who I was thinking about. You asked me who I was thinking about.
Unthinking.
And that's who I was thinking about. But anyway, let's continue because we have a lot to go. We have a lot to go through. You wanted to show this video in particular. Is it good? You're supposed to eat it without the ketchup first. This video in particular with Ingram arriving. You wanted to talk about it. Now your food, your mouth full of food.
I want you to show the people Mr. Ingram's bewilderment. Here's what I suspect happened.
Don't choke.
I shall choke never.
Here.
I suspect that at some point someone called him and say, Papa, we know you're 80, but man, we having big get together out there on the Cooperstown Park. And Papa say, they haven't get together without me. I gotta go look at this.
Okay.
So you get up, you put on your red shirt, because you know they forbade him to wear a PLP blue shirt ever again in life, right? So Papa drives himself. He's so excited. Papa get out there. They got 12 people, including the fellow who woke up the speaker.
Can we show the video?
Oh boy, he was so disappointed.
Okay, so now we're going to call our candidate. She's going to bring brief remarks. And she's also going to have the liberty to introduce the former Prime Minister, Right Honorable Hubert Ingraham, who's making it right now.
Abaco! Abaco! More fire! More fire! Fire it up! Fire it up! Oh, we are ready to go, Abaco. We are ready. And I'm saying Abaco because I mean North, Central, and South. And so it's my pleasure to be here tonight. I want to recognize we are...
You see the bewilderment on his face?
I was bewildered by the rest of the people.
Like I'm saying, I thought they said this happened yet.
No, because normally when they bring Ingram out, they bring him out at the big rallies.
Yes.
So I guess he thought
imagine it was 6 people.
it was a little more than 6.
7.
It was a little more than 6. So I guess he thought that it was going to be more. I'm laughing. Y'all have set me up, and then the people that say you're biased. Why would y'all have 5 people?
What y'all bring Papa outside to this thing for? You have to save Papa, you know.
They usually do. They normally don't bring him out until...
save Papa. You got to say Clifford Park. None other than the Right Honorable Hubert. And then everybody else has to say, better, gonna. But you bring Papa out here. You 3, your cousin, the fellow who woke up the speaker, and the boy who's tried the truck. That's who out here.
In any event, so those were some highlights from some of the things that happened over the weekend. And so yesterday, of course, 5,000 plus of us, because I must admit that I did it also, but I did it just so I could actually talk about it on the show
You have to say
and
it
know.
was for science. If you say it's for science, nobody will ever think.
Well, it was for the show. So remember the whole confusion that happened on nomination day when Lincoln bust in there when Sabas was trying to nominate and he was challenging the disclosure, pretty much saying, well, according to him, he didn't challenge it. He corrected that on his live as well. He said, was it me? The candidate was the one that did it. She was the one that brought up, and I just came to support her. Well, if that's so, I don't remember her making the news as much as you did.
They said they wouldn't let her. He said she
No,
tried to.
I'm talking about the interviews.
Oh.
And she did. She was in the back there, but she wasn't as aggressive as Lincoln was. Lincoln was very... When he went, we all watched the videos.
He's very Lincoln-y.
So Lincoln came out and he said, oh, Sabas have $50 million of contracts with the government. And Sebastian was like, 50 million? Like, what are you talking about? If you could show me the 50 million,
I'll give you 5.
I'll give you 5. So Saturday morning, bright and early, you wake up and you see on the screen, Sabas posted on Facebook, still waiting $5 million here.
Yeah.
Like you want the $5 million or not? So Lincoln replies, say, my bank won't take the $5 million. I want it. Give it to the people in Fort Charlotte. But I got something for you Sunday at 5.
Yeah. I want to say that I have registered property in Fort Charlotte.
Okay, great. So everybody now is like, okay, Sunday at 5. I even went to the food store Sunday morning, and this guy, he said, you ready for 5 o'clock? I'm trying to think, what happened at 5 o'clock? He's like, yeah, you want to watch? I was like, not on my good Sunday. And you know what I did on my good Sunday? I watched.
Watch Stone Cold
I
Steve
watched
Lincoln.
a whole bunch of nothing. I must say, he is a great entertainer. And he is good at what the young people say, throwing stones and then hiding his hands. He never...
Old people say that.
Old people say that? Oh, okay. He never really said anything, but he insinuated a lot. And he still didn't prove what it was that he said he was trying to prove, which was that Tabas had these $50 million in contracts with the government. Tabas never denied that he didn't have contracts with the government. He just said it wasn't worth $50 million. So Lincoln went through these whole slideshows of financial records, I guess, public records of Sabas owning companies and co-owning companies with other people that have contracts with the government. Couldn't tell you how much the contracts were worth. Couldn't say what was being paid. It was just a bunch of things that we already knew. We knew the buildings he owned. Anybody who was in news
Following
or...
his rise,
we know which, and we knew that government was renting stuff. It wasn't anything that was so amazing.
Yeah.
And then he went on this whole rant about him putting stuff in his children's name, which I thought was something that all Bahamians wanted to do in terms of leaving a legacy or leaving something behind for your children. And things that people do sometimes when they, you know, in certain situations, if they get married and you don't want your wife to take all your money.
And you know, when the rapture have to carry your wife like
you put your money in your mommy name, or you put things in other people's names. You know, I was still waiting on the big revelation. But I must say, he had 5.5.
consistent.
We was there and we was watching. And then he had the old ladies in the crowd. I thought I was in church. Every 2 seconds it was, yes. Oh no. Like he had I need them. I need them if we ever have a live audience, because they will hype you up. But I mean, did you watch any of it?
I watched the entire 3 hours of it.
Did anything jump out at you?
So here's what did jump out at me. That Sabas ought to be in the business of teaching business. And here is why. I can't imagine that somebody that has amassed, what is it, $28 million would be running that.
We know it's more than that.
Well, I tell you what the newspaper said.
We know it's more than that.
But I can't imagine that that person would be running their affairs from their back pocket.
No.
And in the instances where we've seen people in the same newspaper declare to be millionaires, we've also heard rumors that they died broke. Because I suspect they were running it by themselves out of their back pockets.
Okay.
Let us not pretend like we didn't watch anxiously and sometimes with disgust, as none less than a former Speaker of the House ex-wife had to fight with the children of the ex-Speaker because he didn't have his affairs in order.
So you feel like a lot of it was just him having his affairs in order?
I feel like Sabas has done exactly what we've been telling black men to do for 50 years. Get yourself in order. Here are some things that are factual. He is a man that has fathered children with more than one person. Those children have other persons that are attached to them. He's a man that has amassed a considerable amount of wealth. There are people who will certainly put themselves in his way for him to somehow become liable. And if in fact he's running his entire life from his back pocket, it would be easy to reach in and take whatever it is he has in fact amassed. What I'm saying to you is, if the man has said, because if you understand trust law and the way trust law works, right?
Okay.
What you understand is that the person that started the trust, or the person who has bought the parent company that has put it or vested it into a trust, doesn't know the day-to-day goings-on of the trust.
Well, we're going to get into the trust stuff when we go into the declarations, because he did declare, and then he also declared money, what technically declared, but he had it in a trust. So we're going to get into the whole trust thing with that.
But I'm saying, like, would it not surprise you more? Would you not be more disappointed in Sabas if you find out he had, what is this, $28.9 million or $28.5 million just sitting on a BOB account that he had a debit card? Like, imagine him leaving his family in that position.
I think the problem is a lot of Bahamians are not financially literate. I did not become... it wasn't something that I learned right away. I learned the hard way about finances, getting a credit card fresh out of high school, something I should not have done. Like, I think, and we don't really know about investing in stocks and securities and stuff like that. And so when you hear people say things like they have money in a trust, or they have money in stocks, and they have money, it sounds like a bad thing to us. Like, it doesn't sound right. Like, I don't know, that they think that the money should just be sitting in the account making whatever 2.5% interest or whatever it is.
Which bank?
I was just making up numbers.
Because I would take all my money out of the bank I have it in now and put it there.
I was just making up numbers. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's just one thing that it did teach me watching the live and reading the comments is that we have to do a better job with financial literacy with Bahamians and knowing how to make your money work for you.
And the Bible says, you hear my Church of God?
Oh, jeez.
And the Bible says that a man that doesn't look after his children is worse off than an infidel. I do not particularly anticipate that men that do not have children understand fully the depth of that scripture. So if all the man is doing, because remember, you all drag the man children in this, right? Which my brother in the hood that I from, no woman, no children. That's the rule. All right? I don't care what my grievance is with you. You guarantee one thing. Your ma safe and little TT safe.
No, I can say something about your ma. I can talk about your children, but I can tell you about your ma.
But where you grow up?
I can tell you about your ma.
But the point I'm making is, it sounds to me like the thing that the central bank has been saying down its nose at Bahamians for 100 years is all Sabas did. And here is why I don't understand the anxiety around it. We've had a whole deputy prime minister in this exact position before who has said, I don't know anything about what that trust does. My children are in a trust that I've put some assets in. The trust invests blindly.
But like
and I
I said,
have no right, to the information because that is the way trusts work.
What we are going to do, because that was a part of Sebastian's declaration. So when we get to the declaration, we're going to talk about where he talked about the trust. And even though he said the 160 million, why he was saying that technically he doesn't have to declare it. So we'll get into that when we get to the declarations. But that wasn't the only thing Lincoln talked about. Lincoln wants J. Felipe. What is it? It's J. Felipe. Why is it Felipe? J. Felipe.
It has an E on the end.
It has an E on the end. He wants to know if J. Philippe has renounced his, I guess, Haitian citizenship or heritage.
Is it Haitian or because I think he was saying that he has dual citizenship, but he never
said what it was.
Which one it was.
Well, I mean, he insinuated. He never said, but he insinuated. So I don't know what it is, but he said he want to know if J. Philippe is a real Bahamian or not.
See,
and he also said the same thing about Rick Fox.
Right.
He wants to know if he is
Canadian or not.
If he is Canadian or Bahamian, if he's denounced as well.
So this is where Lincoln and I part ways, right? It is because he seems to only be this cavaliering with the immigrant poor, right?
He did the same thing with Rick Fox. To be fair, he did it with Billionaire Man.
This
he
invisible
did it with
money.
Billionaire Man.
Then why didn't he do the same thing to Herschel Walker? Because he applauded Herschel Walker's position about the government of the Bahamas taking the money from the Chinese bank under the condition of the contract, right?
He's not running for election, though.
Fine, but neither was the Haitian leader last week when Lincoln specifically told him, we ain't asking nobody who ain't Bahamian to get in our business. It was the same issue, healthcare. It was the same thing, the hospital.
But we know what the issue is. He has a problem against a certain group.
This is my point. And so it appears as though as long as all you are is an immigrant of a lesser mean, Lincoln will come and attack you.
Well, you know.
Well, go curse out Herschel. If you curse Herschel out.
Don't curse out Herschel, because I need to get,
They only put him one on the stop
list. But they may say, we sick of all of y'all, and I don't want to do that. Don't curse out Herschel. Also, the boy who's running against him in Pinewood, what's his name?
Now, I will tell you, I think I agree with Lincoln on that.
Now, hold on. What's the name again? I cannot remember. Denari Road.
And I think I agree with Lincoln on that.
But Lincoln said, with Denari, he said, but I'm not going to challenge it because I'm going to win Pinewood. So Denari is a moot point.
Right.
He pretty much was like, I didn't go worry about Denari because
but if I lose,
Denari is never going to win. So I didn't even bother. He never said no if he lose. He said...
he came back later on. He says, we're going to beat Denari, so we're comfortable with that.
Yeah, so he's not concerned.
But in the event Denari, we don't win, just know you're going to the election court, eh?
Yeah.
And I will say that I, believe this or not, we have like a round of applause. I agree with Lincoln, and here's why. I've been listening to Denari's language. And what he said is that some industrial agreement has informed his decision. And if the Constitution talks to the eligibility of members of Parliament, my brother, don't bring no industrial agreement around me.
That's what Lincoln pretty much said, that industrial agreements doesn't trump the Constitution.
I know who even signed this. They should have cut you all out. Why did you even read this?
So it wasn't only about Sabas. He also took shots at this station and talking about suing and again.
Yeah.
And
but child, we have $161 million, so we got a little room for Sue.
Who's we?
I mean Sabas.
In any event, so that's what came out of it yesterday in a nutshell. A bunch of no revelations for people, I guess, who didn't know already. It wasn't anything. I really hope...
Can I tell you what I think the biggest takeaway was?
What?
I think people was very shocked to see that somehow Cassius thought was involved.
But he pointed out how Cassius was related to the other person. And that's how Cassius got
agreed,
in.
But if there was a revelation to be revealed...
But I mean, why you're also shocked with Cassie is he had money from he was running.
Yeah. Again, all I'm saying is if there was a shock, like it wouldn't shock me that Sabas isn't running this entire empire out of his back pocket. It wouldn't shock me that he wants to leave a legacy or leave money for his black children.
Now, I will say this. I know specifically that when it comes to this station, Lincoln was allowed here at some point, and then I think he went a little bit too reckless with some of the things that he said, and the station had to protect itself.
And the one thing that he's proven is that you could sue news stations.
Because he keep loving to sue.
And so since he's well aware that we could be sued, it would then lead me to believe that he was being malicious, because remember he also said this about Leslie Miller. And the reason we bring Leslie here is because Leslie comes to always attack. And all I'm saying is, he has said that if Leslie comes on and always only attacks, then we must be bringing her to attack. So if we brought Lincoln on to do Lincolnisms, people would assume that we were aiding and abetting him in the behavior.
Anyway, we done with him. We've already given him enough time. I gave him 3 hours of my life yesterday. We just had to mention it today so y'all don't say, oh, y'all ain't even mention it, because we knew it was one of the biggest things that people watch yesterday.
Thing I'm set up because, you know, because I feel like at some point either my wife could leave or someone could sue me.
Anyway.
And I don't want them to take my...
So...
We have one more Lincoln video.
No, I don't want to play no more Lincoln videos. We finished with him. We going on to...
Castro say.
What's the Lincoln video we playing?
I'm calling out Lincoln Brown. He's calling him out. Los Angeles wants Lincoln Brown right now. Lincoln Brown has answered the call. This is going wild. Nose to nose. You can feel the tension. Lincoln lands it. And is that money? Clothesline. More money. This just become a free-for-all. All bets. He just folds him in half. Fold him in half. Over the top rope. And he dives. This is insane. Through to the announce table. This is unreal. Simmons rolls him back in. Here it comes. Oh my God. This is a free for every man that's coming out. It's a who's who. Everybody's here. It's chaos. Flying the cut crossbody. What a move. Move.
You want a hot dad?
He's asking if it's a hot dad. Oh, yeah. He just blizzarded him to the ground. Who is this? I've never seen this man before. Where did he come from? Is he brave enough to step in the ring?
Now, this is the part I like about Bahamian politics. I like the fun. This man ain't stopped eating yet. I hope y'all see I ain't eat nothing.
I figure
so whenever they go,
I should grab himself a little wing.
But this is what I love about Bahamian politics. We could find a way to turn something negative into something positive and fun. So shout out to
whoever.
I can't pronounce his name properly. Do it, and then I can do it after you.
Who?
See?
What do you name? Oh, Zaneo.
Zaneo. I was going to call him something else. See why I say pronounce his name right? Zaneo for making that video. And it was satire. It was parody. It was fun. It was something good that came out of the weekend. Someone say, are my views given based on who my current employer is? No. My views, what that press thing was pretty much about the fact that he said nothing that nobody didn't know before.
Did they listen to us?
I don't think so.
Did they hear me say that this is exactly what the Central Bank of the Bahamas?
We didn't have to answer that because we have things to go on to. We could go back to the comments and stuff.
These wings are right, by the way.
You still... But anyway, they released... Science. The PLP also, I think they had they're starting this to look like mini press conference things every every Sunday. And so they did respond to the claims that Lincoln made about Sabas's disclosures, and this is what they said.
In the law or in the Constitution that prevents anyone who has a government contract or any interest in a government contract from seeking to be nominated in the election or seeking to be elected into the House of Assembly. There's absolutely no provision. So I just want to make that extremely clear. What the Constitution does provide is that you have to disclose any interest that you have in contracts. And that disclosure must be done by a notice in a gazette.
So my question was, how did Lincoln even know what he disclosed before the disclosures came out?
Here is why, again, this is where Lincoln and I part ways. I can't take the sensationalism. If you put something in the newspaper, you know what that's called? An ad. An agency of the government puts a gazette or gazettes something.
Okay.
You don't do that as a person. So where else or how else would Sabas gazette his assets except he did it through the Parliamentary Commissioner's office?
Well, anyway.
And I think what Keenan's point is the law says that you have to do it within 1 month, right? Do I entirely, totally agree with his whole explanation? No, but what I will say is, I suspect that as the law does in many other instances where the law makes presumptions, that the presumption in the law here is that sometime before an election, the Parliamentary Commissioner will give you an opportunity to declare, at which point your declaration will, to your knowledge, be gazetted. And that is happening in the time frame that is in accordance with the law. Because how else would Sebastian gazette something?
Can we stop talking about this? I'm tired now. They cleared him. He's been cleared by the Parliamentary Registration Department. They released a statement. This is the statement.
Because Lincoln, they all ask her up and everybody just wait for
This is the statement. They said that he did everything that he was supposed to do. So there's the statement. They said that they've taken note of the objection. Pretty much they said he did everything he was supposed to do.
And so when he's elected, right, his declaration should be gazetted again. But this time it should be done through the Public Accounts Committee, etc., etc., etc.
That means stop talking about it.
I'm just saying you need an agency of the state to gazette.
Okay, music. Gotta take a break. When we come back,
we eat more wings and conch on the break.
Time for the declarations. We'll be back.
You don't want to come?
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Imagine an event where entry is as effortless as a wristband scan. Calling all businesses and event organizers because selling tickets has never been smoother. With Canoe, effortlessly sell tickets online and accept payments via debit cards, credit cards, Canoe wallet, or even sand dollars. From payment links to QR codes, track your sales digitally, making event organization a phenomenal experience. And that's not all. Canoe is giving you more. If you're offering food, drinks, or must-have merchandise at your event, Canoe takes it to the next level. Customers can seamlessly pay using wristbands, QR codes, or their Canoe digital wallet. No more long lines, no more waits. Just happy customers and a boost in sales. With Canoe, your event becomes a breeze. Cashless, worry-free, and simply unforgettable.
So you want a space, but not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
It got me.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
It got me.
Look innocent.
It got me. They sent a little fettuccine plate.
Child, she been in there eating this fettuccine like nobody business. Person who she on the little boycott program with.
Why would you tell the people?
This pasta.
I'm supposed to be eating carbs.
Child, she messing that right up.
Well, anyway, shout out to Gentlemen's Club again for supplying us with this food. Delicious. I'm not going to eat any more.
Are you going to eat any less?
Shut up. Anyway, because y'all asked for it, and we love y'all so much, we're going to play the video again for you guys. Here you go.
I'm calling out Lincoln Brown. He's calling him out. Let's Lincoln Brown right now. Lincoln Brown has answered the call. This is going wild. Nose to nose. You can feel the tension. Lincoln lands it. And is that money? Clothesline. More money. This just become a free-for-all. All bets. He just folds him in half. Fold him in half. Over the top rope. And he dives. This is insane. Through to the announce table. This is unreal. Simmons rolls him back in. Here it comes. Oh, my God. This is a free fall. Every man that's coming out. It's a who's who. Everybody's here. It's chaos. Flying the cut crossbody. What a move. Move.
You want a hot dad?
He's asking if it's a hot dad. Oh, yeah. He just blizzarded him to the ground. Who is this? I've never seen this man before. Where did he come from? Is he brave enough to step in the ring?
You know how to get. We back, Sonny. Sonny, we are back.
We're back. Sorry, I was trying to drink some water. All right, because we need to get to these declarations. So.
You know what? If you didn't eat sand on the beach, you wouldn't need no water. You see, I need no water. Now you know why you need to eat sand on the beach.
We are doing that again, okay? We're not going back there. But welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Let's don't waste these people's time. Rick Fox say.
You gone straight to Rick?
Who else around here declare for?
No. Okay, so this is what I wanted to do. So of the, I think they said a little over 100. I don't know the exact amount of people who ended up paying and on nomination day and doing all that, registering. They had 54, I think, millionaires.
I think it was 44. We're going.
44 millionaires. So we're going to get into that. 54. It is 54. 54 millionaires have been nominated as candidates for the May 12th election. So topping the list of our millionaires.
It's Millionaire Extremo Deluxo Primo 360 Plus.
Rick Fox. So Rick Fox has declared $469,876,479.
That's when you know it's starting to sound
Can
like
you let me finish, man?
Keep going. Keep going.
$469,876,479.25.
Can you tell me where exactly the 25 cents is?
You know, and because he put the 25 cents on, I saw people on social media say he ain't lying because he do it to the cent.
Yeah.
Really? That's why he ain't lying? Now, I ain't saying Rick ain't worth $469 million. But I ain't saying that I believe that he worth $469 million. You going to look for the breakdown? You have it in front of you, right?
I am entirely unaware of Rick Fox losing any one of his parents. As far as I'm aware, the two of them are still alive, correct?
Okay.
So he can't use Brent Zimmerman's story. You know, Brent say he my dad and leave him one gang of money, and that's
how he got the
money.
Okay.
Okay. So if Rick ain't got no dad parents, does he have a divorced wife?
No. Well, he said the majority of the money came from assets and securities and stuff. I'm trying to pull it up, even though the man of it here.
Rick Alexander Fox.
Okay. This is what it is here. He has
192,361.
Let me read it because you can't read. So he has an annual income. This is how much he said he makes annually. $4,816,689.16. And he has liabilities. We all know what liabilities is, loans or whatever he may have out there. $124,388.83.
That's on like
the majority of his money, $432 million, he has in securities investment. He has $14.5 million in accounts receivables, so that's money that he has coming in from different stuff. And then he has liability. They didn't say. Liabilities totaling $124,388.83. I don't know if that's child support. He have no money.
You say that they didn't say, you know, they didn't say. You ever see him in any Gatorade commercial? You see him in any Icy Hot commercial?
He may have.
You see him in any socks commercial?
Let me just let everybody
Shampoo
know
commercial.
about disclosures, by the way. No one checks these. So when you have disclosures, they rely on the people who are disclosing to be honest. And I think you have to get it, notarized. Yes. Right? And by getting it notarized, you just go into someone and say, this person said that this is how much they are worth, and they said it to me.
Yeah, but the importance of that is so that if we catch you lying, you have lied under oath, and as a consequence, there should be,
But the point of the matter is, anybody could write anything on these things, and there is nobody going to check to make sure that it is true. Right. So everything that we are going to read, everything that y'all see in these bunch of papers, everything that the press has printed, you are relying on these men and women to be honest.
Do you know that Rick Fox is making, what did you say his annual salary is?
His annual salary is $4,816,689.16.
That means he's making more money than he made in his highest paid year of the NBA, and he ain't play basketball minimum 10 years.
Now, I also went on Celebrity Net Worth, and they say he only worth $20 million. And I say only as someone who ain't even worth a quarter of that.
But I had to count all the pens inside the junk drawer.
If I had to put my assets in this paper, y'all would see just how. Y'all may feel bad for me. So I cannot say anything, but I don't know if I believe, this is just my opinion, that Rick Fox is worth almost $250 million, $500 million. Okay. And I would also like to say this. A lot of people were making noise about Sabas and saying, oh, he only doing that because he has the money to do it. Well, now we see that 54 of them have the money to do it. Rick Fox have the money to do it. He's worth almost $1 billion.
Rick Fox is worth 2.5 Brent Simonets.
So this is my question. You give her one car, and I know somebody who's in a constituency that was going out getting out chips and juice. So this is what, and I'm not saying that you need to give people things in order for your vote.
$100 million.
Try to make people's lives better a little bit.
Actually, when you make, here's another thing that came out of Lincoln's thing yesterday. When you make that kind of money and you start things like a trust, right? Or you get into certain businesses, some businesses you get into, the law dictates that you got to give away some of the money. Where you making this amount of money that the law don't make you give some back?
I just want to know.
I'm not listening to him. Let me tell you what I've concluded.
Okay, you mad at him because you ain't. Where your disclosures?
I do not wish to disclose.
Okay.
At this time. Here's what I have concluded. I had an uncle. Well, I have an uncle. He ain't dead. He alive. His name is Michael. And you know what he tell me? Watch the decimal point, my boy. Obviously, Foxy Loxy here don't know that where you put the decimal matter, and obviously this should have been 4 point what? Not this.
My whole thing is we have seen models of people in these constituencies with far less money seemingly doing more for the members in their constituency.
You keep going very far.
I just don't understand how
Kingsway Academy class, or what class it is, 82 or 83, to tell me who your maths teacher is, because apparently this chap missed the decimal point part of the maths curriculum. And the decimal point have to be, you have more money than Jesus has given people with 2 hands. What are you talking about?
That's what he say. Do we believe it? That's something else. But that's what the man say. I will put this out there, and I'm just picking on Rick.
I don't believe.
I do not believe. the majority of the things that these people put in there.
Oh, no, I believe Charlotte.
But
oh, I believe Charlotte. Ain't no way you come here to tell that is a lie.
Now, Charlotte, I said majority, not everyone. I think Charlotte said that her salary is $28,000. So Charlotte Green.
24.
24 and 28.
I can find it for you right now.
I think it was like 28,000. Anyway.
The only person who have less money than her is Maria, I think.
No, boy. Maria, I think, was
Maria
almost 900 and something thousand.
Maria Jackson.
Maria's almost made the millionaire list.
Somebody in here.
Anyway, while you do that,
Charlotte
let me
Green,
tell you the rest of the
Charlotte
millionaires.
Green has a savings of $3,000, a salary of $24,000. That's per annum, so that's $2,000 a month. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And her net weight is $47,000.
Okay.
There you
She
have
told
it.
the truth. Maybe. I don't know. It may be more, maybe less. But anyway, so he
ain't no way you come to tell that as a lie.
Not the only person. So, like we said, also on that list of people disclosing was Sabas, who is Island Luck co-founder and entrepreneur. He said that he was worth $28.9 million according to his financial disclosures. Now, his total assets apparently are $29,120,545. He has an annual income of $930,000 and his total liabilities are $175,000. The bulk of his assets include $17.3 million in real estate, $4.9 million in securities, and $3.9 million in other personal property. Now, this is where the other money comes in, because people was like, man, believe that. Everybody was like, because I think people really wanted to see how much a number person has been making over all of these years. Yeah. And they don't believe the $28 million.
And Antonio Bain said he weighed $34,000.
Could you stop at your ADD while I finish
Go
this?
ahead.
Thank you. But this is what he said. He disclosed that he is the discretionary beneficiary to a number of Bahamian trusts, which have an estimated value of about $160 million. So this is what he said. These trusts were established more than 5 years ago and predate his entry into public life. And I think he said that to say, I didn't just do these trusts to hide this money. These trusts were set up a long time ago, and this had nothing to do with me wanting to go into politics. They are administered by a fully licensed and independent professional trust company in the Bahamas. He said, the trust hold a substantial portion of my family's assets and my business interests. However, I am only a discretionary beneficiary. I do not have legal ownership, control, or entitlement to assets or trusts. He said he was advised that these assets are legally owned by the trustee and not an individual beneficiary. So he's not the trustee. He didn't say who the trustee was. You think Cassius he named Cassius the trustee of $160 million?
Well, I know somebody named Cassius the something of something. I'll tell you that much. But
he said he thought accordingly, this is what he has been advised, that it would be improper and inaccurate for him to declare those assets as his personal assets, as they are not. Now you could talk while I go and Google what a discretionary beneficiary is.
I want Sabas to stop doing all this talking. Only answer the question people ask you.
No, he had to do that because people were going to say, we don't believe it, which they said they didn't believe.
But so from Declaration Day, right? Lincoln say what he say. My brother, don't say nothing back. You could just let people say what they want to say, you know. When you get into talking in public life, because remember now, you move from being a private citizen with the kind of affluence that Sebastian Bastian has had, right? And you know, as a private citizen, you could answer people. No one cares. When you decide that you want to become a public lifer, you have to understand that every utterance someone will hold on to for some reason. And you will have to, so you don't give them no utterances.
I guess, but I think he felt like people would not have believed him, and so he had to explain. Ricky, explain this $500 million. I need to know.
Yeah, but there's too much money. Someone is trying to tell me Kobe put $6 million in Gatorade and get $400 million. That was Kobe. And Kobe had Gatorade commercial from I was 3. So I can't remember seeing, I even remember seeing Rick standing in a Gatorade commercial in the back of Kobe. So where did he, man?
We ain't on Rick no more. So this is a breakdown. This is what because I asked Chatty what a discretionary beneficiary is, because I don't know. I don't have no trust. I don't have no money to put no trust. If I start to do a trust, the people can laugh at me.
All your trust
I don't
in
have
God.
it. Oh, that's the only trust I have is the trust in God. So they said that a discretionary beneficiary is someone who may receive benefits from a trust, but only if and when the trustee decides to give it to them. So the trustee is the person managing the trust, and they have full discretion. So unlike a fixed beneficiary who is guaranteed a set amount, a discretionary beneficiary has no automatic right to receive anything and cannot demand payment.
Right.
So if he was a fixed beneficiary, he would be getting money from this trust. Because he's a discretionary beneficiary, whoever is the trustee, which he did not say who is the trustee, whoever is the trustee will determine if and when he gets money. So because of that, he was advised that that was not something that he had to disclose, even though technically, when you tell us it was $160 million, you kind of disclosed it anyway.
Yeah.
But that is what Sabah said. All right, so moving on. Deputy Prime Minister Chester Cooper, who I keep telling y'all been had money. Every time I come up here and I say, y'all know it's other millionaires sitting up in Parliament and y'all is pretend
Y'all
like...
forget Chester is Mr. You and your money. You forget that, but
anyway. So he is worth $28 million. He has an annual income of $324,560,000 in liability and total assets of $28.6 million. So the bulk of his investments, which we knew was real estate, which was $10.5 million, and then he has investments in companies, which are $13.5 million. Other wealthy candidates, Dr. Hubert Ingraham, the former F&M leader and prime minister, who told us from weeks ago that he was rich. Because he said, I have significantly increased from then to now.
Right.
And y'all ain't even trying to check to see where I get this money from. I ain't saying that I teething, or I ain't saying that I doing nothing untoward, but shouldn't you check? And I agree with him.
Right, because Dr. Minnis in assets gone up by about $4 million from the last time.
Yeah, so in 2021, he declared a net worth of $14.8 million, and now he's declaring a net worth of $19 million.
Right, and he also declared a $2 million increase in 2021 greater than his 2017 declaration, and he made that in COVID. I don't understand it. Dr. Minnis' investments are ironclad. If you shut the whole world down, Minnis could still make $2 million.
But that's why he was saying, remember, a couple of weeks ago, we played a video from Minnis where he was like, y'all don't even check these disclosures to make sure that these are accurate.
I can tell you they
Nobody even is going to say, well, gee, this person used to have this, and now they have this, to try and find out if they made their money untoward or if they made their money the right way or whatever. So that's why I say these disclosures, you really got to trust these people to tell us these things. And do y'all really?
Yeah, you know, nobody just check. Tell me what Antonio declared there. You read it.
Who's Antonio?
Right there in the top corner. You read what Antonio Bain declared, because it looked like he said he declared.
Move that, sorry.
He looked like
so
he
Antonio Bain is running for Bain and Grantstown
as got $550 in savings.
As an independent. Right? So Antonio Bain has...
$550.
No, I can't laugh because a lot of payments don't have that. So Antonio has, that's $57.65
in savings.
Yeah, that's a dollar sign.
And then he have a $70,000 salary.
Other income. He has $990.
And a $70,000 a year.
$70,000.
How would that say?
But he only have $500 in the bank.
He might. I don't know.
But he has a total net worth of $34,000. So he's an independent candidate.
So at least we know he only spending half his salary.
Yeah.
So his DSR should be in good standing.
Please take this away from me. Okay, so let me finish.
But that's how you know some people are not checking these things.
Let me finish the list of millionaires, and then we could move on to anybody who y'all specifically want us to check. Let us know in the comments, and we'll try and see if we could pull them up from you from all of these stuff. So Dr. McIver, who's the Coalition of Independence candidate for Kalani, her net worth is $12 million.
$12 million.
She's a dentist, and I think she also has assets in other companies. So COI, Lincoln Bain. Lincoln said his net worth is $1.5 million. According to him, he has $500,000 in securities and $550,000 in real estate. He also has an annual income of $360,000 and liabilities totaling $85,000.
Yes. That's what I just say when people tell me things I don't know how to respond to. I don't believe that.
More or less.
I believe.
You think it's inflated?
I think
or do
it
you
is
think
inflated.
By how much?
How much it was?
He worth 1.5 million. He said he has a
Give me numbers.
annual income $360,000.
I want to say to you that I doing about 90 a year. How I look? I look like somebody doing about 90 a year. I want to say that I never look at Lincoln and think 300,000 a year.
I just want him
He's
to get
doing a
some.
fantastic job hiding it. Is what I want to say.
I want him to get some more suits with that money, and I want him to get them tailored.
He obviously doesn't know a tailor. I'm saying to you, some things look a certain way. You following what I'm saying to you?
That's what he said.
You
No,
know,
but
Travis
you
said he
can't
have
do that because you know
$104,000 for a
they say we can get to Travis in a minute. You know they say the richest people, they don't wear their money.
You could tell. No. You could tell. So you'll see a Patek watch at some point, or you'll see some loafers. That if you know, you know.
You know they don't wear their money. They ain't doing that Rolex. They ain't doing that big chain.
Rolex, just comfortable cash is what you call it, right? I just don't see $300,000. Don't make me lie. Don't make me lie.
Anyway,
I don't see 300,000.
I only telling you what he said. Let me finish it off. Leslie Miller Bryce. Her net worth also went up, by the way. So in 2021, she declared $3.1 million. So this time around, she's declaring $8.7 million. Now, apparently she has about $200,000 in her bank accounts, $2 million in security, and $5 million in real estate. She listed no liabilities, and she has an annual income of $3,464. And then she has a salary of $28,000, which is her MP salary. So, you know, we know who she is married to, and I assume that when you...
Because shouldn't you... Okay, so if you look at Jomo's declaration, I think you could tell based on what he's declared that obviously he's declaring his salary and his spouse's salary.
And I think that's what she's doing as well.
How if she say the salary is 28?
Oh no, the salary. I think her net worth, it jumping.
So that means the husband don't collect a salary.
No, she didn't declare his salary. I think maybe what's in the bank account and securities and stuff. But there's no regulations on how you should do it.
You should be declaring. Because if you.
But is your husband's salary your salary, or what's in the bank account is yours?
But do you have access to it?
The salary or the bank account?
I know. She could have said, I'm a wife. I find this extra $5 million in one bag. I forget I had. Boom, there you have it. I just asked my husband for money so much, I just forget I have money, so I just...
Well, anyway, that's what she said. She's only making $28,000. And hers jumped also like by $5 million from 3.1 to 8.7. But I assume that's an assumption. She could have had assets and businesses and stuff from somewhere else. Why do we naturally assume that it has to come from her husband?
Because husbands just give wife money. Can you say the invert?
Yes.
Okay.
You met some of these Bahamian men? Anyway, let's keep going down this list. So Keith Bell also saw his net worth gone up. So Keith Bell in 2021 declared $1.8 million. His latest declaration now shows a net worth of $3.9 million, so around $2 million. He has $416,000 in savings, $2.4 million in real estate. His annual income is $99,000, and his total liabilities are $290,000. Now, F&M leader Michael Pintard, he also had a significant jump as well. His net worth went up from $2.9 million to $3.9 million, so $1 million more. Than he declared. His assets total $4 million. He has an annual income of $177,500. Liabilities.
That should be him and his wife's salary.
Who knows?
Because as leader of the opposition, he shouldn't have a job, so he should just be leader of the opposition.
Or he could just be making money from...
Did he declare it under other sources of money?
No.
Because if he declared it as a salary, then that's what it's declared as, salary.
Okay. Well, liabilities are $42,000. His assets include $1.1 million in securities, $923,000 on his savings account, and $1.5 million in real estate.
How much more millionaire have you got? You say 50 of them?
We finished it. No, we ain't doing all. Mount Moriah MP Mikhail Bonamy saw his net worth jump. He declared $1.5 million. That's up from the $704,000 in savings. Sorry. according to his declaration, he had $704,059 in savings, $126,018 in accounts receivable, $641,812 in real estate, another $100,000 in real estate. He drives a $71,000 car and has $303,000 in other personal property. His total assets are $1.9 million. He has an annual salary of $213,000 and liabilities of $441,000. Now that went up because in 2021 he only declared $841,403.
And this is McCall.
Yes.
Okay.
Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, $4.5 million. Andrew Blue Johnson, who was on the show, $6.6 million. Renika Knowles, the PLP's candidate for Long Island, $5.3 million.
Yeah.
Now, this is where they say she got some money from. Knowles, who's a realtor, has $5.7 million in assets, an annual income of $410,000, and a real estate income of $360,000.
Okay. Decent.
I work in real estate.
Not her kind. She work in super deluxe.
We are a luxury company.
Prime, Pro Plus real estate.
Okay. So
Premium.
Dr. Rollins,
Premium.
who is her opponent and the F&M's candidate for Long Island, he declared $5.1 million. We know he's a doctor. Clay Sweeting, $4.5 million. We're going to come back to this, huh?
He's a fisherman.
Yeah, and he has other stuff too. So we're going to come back to this. We're going to go through. If y'all want us to check specific people, let us know in the comments and we'll see how we can accommodate you. But we'll be back with the rest of this list.
I scratch up this paper. When we come back, let's read some of the scratch up ones.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We'll be back. Y'all over.
Right after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
It used to be when one line faulted, the whole neighborhood went dark. Now, this device sends a pulse, finds the problem, and reroutes power, so more homes stay connected. Upgrades like this one are reducing outages and transforming our grid, making it stronger and smarter. That means more reliable power, lower operating costs, and lower bills. Instead of short-term patches or temporary fixes, we're building a modern new grid.
Enjoy this tasty ride. help can go even further. Be an everyday superhero. Donate to Hands for Hunger.
Your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levin Miller. And these are the People Declaration.
I don't have it.
Right.
I'm trying to read through these.
Let me take you
like,
to my favorite set.
Some of these, let me just read this one before we go to your favorite, right? Because everybody is not a millionaire and everybody didn't declare to be a
Everybody
millionaire.
shouldn't be a
But
millionaire.
things still aren't adding up to me. For example, Graham Weatherford has $5,000 in his savings account. No salary, no accounts payable, no securities, no real estate, no mortgages, no debt, no other income, no cash value of life, no insurance, no mortgage, no receivables.
Yes, just the way it should be.
But he has a truck that he said is worth $10,000, a scooter that's worth $2,000, and another scooter that's worth $1,300.
Yeah.
But his total assets are $615,000.
It's ideal. Isn't it just wonderful? Next question.
You all just making up anything and putting it here. At least make it make sense. You know when you're adjusting your little customs receipts, you have to make sure that they at least add up.
Yeah, at least put all the things from Walmart on it.
Yeah, make sure they add up. You can't have things that don't make sense in case somebody go to check. Anyway, let me do.
What are you looking
Linda Stubbs. Her salary is contract worker.
Yes.
Literally where salary is, she wrote contract worker.
So whatever the contract is at the time.
But her net worth is $1.7 million.
Yes, because she will get a contract this year for that amount of money because she knows that's what she intended to negotiate. Next question. You seem to be bewildered.
I am bewildered. How is your salary? All right, let me.
Your bewilderism.
Your teacher, your OP teacher. Do you want to know how much?
You mean basketball coach extraordinaire?
Yeah, your OP teacher. Do you want to know how much she's worth? So Charmaine Adderley, so she has $1,000 in her savings account. She has a salary of $27,000.
Good stuff.
Accounts receivable $200,000. $10,000 in debt. She has a car that's $3,000, and other personal $1,000. Her net worth is $297,000.
Yeah, I think it was Jay Philippe I saw who bought a house for $80,000 or has a house for $98,000, and so far he paid $2,000 on it because the value of the house, the value of the asset is only $2,000 less on the liability side. So I say he must use it for his payment. I'm sure.
Someone say do the whole COI. Now we can't do the whole COI. We have to make it even. You wanted me to read some in particular, right?
The ones I'm going to point out to you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Jay Philippe.
So this is Jay Philippe. So Jay Philippe has $140,000 in his savings account, $125,000 in security, $80,000 in real estate. He drives a $40,000 car, $28,000 in other property. He has a salary of $57,000. $57,000. He's a reporter.
To do that on $57,000 is
It's crazy.
magical. That's magical.
Well, his total assets, $413,000.
What was his liability?
On a reporter salary. $78,000 in mortgages.
I think there was something there where he paid $2,000 or something to that effect. I'll come back to it. Okay, so that was reasonable.
Okay.
And then there was this one. That was...
You just wrote foolishness here. What does that mean? Okay, so this is Brenda Harris. Who is she?
Somebody who declared.
Yeah, but is she COI or independent?
I don't say it there. Just tell you where they run it. So they name and where they run it.
Okay, so Brenda Harris has $20,000 in her savings account. She has a salary of $50,000, debts of $30,000. She has insurance for $550K, real estate for $780K. She pays $220K in mortgages, and her total assets are $1.7K. What's wrong with that? What does she do?
I don't remember why I said it was foolishness, but something was very off. Oh yeah, look at the way the declaration is filled out.
Look how it's. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, she's make 1-777K. What that number is?
I figured it out.
What? What is 1777K? How much that is?
I think she was trying to say.
What is 1-6?
Let's move on. So this is Antonio Bain. Who's he?
Baintown.
Baintown. Who is he for?
Independent.
Independent. All right. So Antonio. These are very small, so y'all have to bear with me.
It look like you say you got $57.
Yes. You just read this.
We only just reading that piece first.
He has $57 in his savings account. He has a salary of, it looks like $70,000. Other income, $990. And he's worth $34,000. What's wrong with that?
Okay.
Anybody else y'all want us to check? Orinthia, y'all want to know what Orinthia is? Wow, this is small.
Don't worry about that.
Orinthia has $806,555 in her savings. She has a salary of $320,984.75. And her total net worth is $1.5 million.
Yeah.
Charlotte, I think we read Charlotte already.
Did you read?
These ones are smaller than these ones.
You think so?
Look at this.
They put them all on the same print, eh?
No, look at this compared to that.
Okay.
That's much smaller.
Maybe.
Like, they trying to kill me with that. Anybody in particular y'all want? Someone say Chester Cooper. We did Chester Cooper at the beginning.
I'm trying to find the one that is remarkable. Aisha's is remarkable as well.
We did Chester Cooper at the beginning, y'all. If y'all missed that. But listen, I didn't know we had. So Stephen McQueen, that's the one with the beard, right?
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah.
He's the COI guy. He has $32,000 in his savings. He has a salary of $45,000. His accounts receivable is $2,500. He has $500,000 in real estate. He drives a $33,000 car, and then he has $6,000 in other personal stuff. So he is worth $376,500.
Faith Percenti is also interesting. Faith Percenti has, this looks like $15 in savings. Everything else here was non-applicable, 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 non-applicable. Anyway, receivables is $8,957. Her automobile is $2,500.
Somebody wants us to open up the phone lines. We can now while we go through this. So we'll open up the phone lines while we go through this. Give them the number.
So her total asset was $22,327. Her total income, according to her, was $1,000. Her liabilities was $10,900. Her overall net worth was $21,427.
Okay. Give them the number to call.
Her entire net
I said give them the number to call.
Did you say, okay, so you couldn't have heard the number.
323-7775. What is her net worth?
$21,427.
I feel like she told the truth.
Just be talking about a human over the age of 19. Her full asset.
You know that's the story for a lot of Bahamians. Less than $1,000 in their bank account. That does not surprise me.
I don't mind not having money in your bank account, because if you ever go to try, like, siphon money off of my bank account, they immediately know that it ain't me, right? Because they can say, this boy know you don't have no money, so we know it ain't him trying to spend the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if your entire existence could be $21,000. Something has to be missing.
Why not?
Okay.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon, Francesca. Good afternoon, Levin Miller.
Hey, Berenice.
Now, Mr. Levin Miller, both of y'all are witnesses in chief. Mr. Miller, do you remember when I told you when you used to be on 1035 over on Jerome Avenue 8? That's where it was.
Yeah.
When I told you there's a difference between sex and love making.
Craig Powell.
You recall that, right?
No, they didn't recall that. But go ahead.
Okay, but I just want to bring that out because of the Jeffrey Epstein file, where I am able to clear anybody in the Bahamas from that because we were doing esoteric duties. Now you, Miss Francesca.
Hi.
When I told you, I don't think you might used to pay attention to Eddie Carter when you were on 1029 because you used to do him so bad.
Don't you just love Verity?
When I told them, I said the whole investigation platform will be changed in partnership with the United States of America. That's why nobody out here can be tied with Jeffrey Epstein. And I cover Linda Lewis Child, your former boss, Fort Charlotte. He's a good man.
Yeah.
Now I want you to do the declaration for Mr. Marvin Dames because I had warned him January 21st, 2026 to Cordell Avenue about corruption in the FNM. There's no corruption in the PLC, led by Philip Edward Brace Davis and my candidate to be soon MP, Mr. Wade Watson, will be dealing with the ADT technology.
Wow. And there goes
Castro got that.
Castro cutting.
So Marvin said he weighed 1,775,700. Y'all think y'all slicker. Y'all trying to ting on me. See they trying to ting on me?
Well, give me it. Let me do it.
1,775,700. And you know, anytime you ask people to call numbers with one bunch of seven and they just mess that up.
I could call numbers.
Nothing.
Someone say Maria Doxson and Bamboo. All right, we're trying to find.
I was showing you the woman who declared that she have $100,000 in liability, but she had $700,000 in asset. But somehow, even when her liability comes out of it, she now has $100,000 more.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
You passing it?
How are you?
I try to find it. Hi.
Hi, Levan.
Hey, see you there. I listening. Go ahead.
Happy 420 Day.
Say it again.
Happy 420 Day, Levan.
420.
Hi, happy.
Can I please have one of those Bacchus coupons?
You want one of the Bacchus coupons?
Yeah, man.
We say we was giving. We're not giving out anything today.
Tomorrow I got all
tomorrow
kind of
we
things
have
to give
stuff,
away.
but today we had some technical difficulties with the giveaways.
Yeah.
But I on the phone now, Sonny.
Yeah,
but we don't have them. But we don't have them, so I cannot
Yeah.
give you what I don't have.
Yeah, we having them tomorrow though.
So
we promise you when you call us tomorrow, we'll have them. What happened now? You see the woman say...
Yeah, so she has total assets of $703,000, but then she has total liabilities of $121,000.
And after she take out all her liabilities, she somehow magically got more money.
$830,000.
Ah, boy.
Anyway, hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sonny.
Hi.
My leader, Levan.
Hey, Secretary General.
I thought you was giving out them FNA shirts today.
We are. Well, that was an undertaking by
not
Sonny.
everybody listening for their shirt today.
Not
But
that
we're
people
gonna get
in
into
the
that
comments
now.
said they
Let's
didn't
get
want
quickly
it.
with this. What did Mr. Marvin Deems did 1 million what?
778,000.
Boy, listen, he almost had 18. He almost had 18,707,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Lord.
Please, y'all, please don't get us.
Yeah. No, I can't get through, Secretary General.
Okay.
Well, I got that one.
All right.
Hey,
Somebody
but,
asked.
Hey,
Hi.
But Levan,
hey.
You hear your boy win a $25 gas voucher for first time vote, eh?
Who that is?
Rick Fox.
Oh, boy.
I got.
All right. Y'all are so silly. Someone asked for Patricia DeVos. So this is Patricia, who's the House Speaker. So she has a salary of $78,200.04. She has $20,000 in her savings account. She has real estate in $345,000. Her car, she says she has a backhoe that's worth $18,000. Other personal stuff. So she has furniture for $65,000 and jewelry worth $48,000. She's also collecting $14,000 in pension. So her total income, her net worth is $474,240. What? It's like you ain't see me reading.
You read it.
Read which one?
Powell.
Which one is Powell? This one here?
You tell me how much money Powell say.
So Craig Powell is running in the St. James. That's what that said? Okay, for St. James.
I want y'all to stop this.
So Craig Powell has $60,000 in his savings account. Accounts receivable of $2,500. No salary, no securities, no real estate.
What is overall assets?
$350. Is this $350 or $350,000?
The man say he weighed $350, Francesca. You don't want us to just believe him?
I think that's $350,000.
Powell say he weighed $350. What you want me to say? You want me to say he lied? Because if I say he lied, then I must be able to say that old Mr. $439 million raising some questions in my mind as well.
I think that might have been.
The boy have more money than 2.5 Brent Simonettes.
I offer him because somebody asked Maria Daxon.
Jesus Savior pilot me over life tempestuous sea, over dark be meanful shore. Jesus guide me gently safely over. I can't put up with too much more of this.
Someone asked for Maria Daxon. So Maria has a net worth of $507,000. That went up from the last time she wanted to run, and she declared that was $270,000. So she has $2,000 in her savings account. She gets a salary of $1,000. No real estate. She has $1,000 in other income. No securities, no other accounts. She has a $20,000 car. She has insurance for $100,000 and real estate for $400,000.
Yeah, and then there's a Latoya Bain in here who's a teacher. Latoya Bain has $1,500 in her savings. She also declared $1,471,000. She's a teacher though, right?
We already read Dr. Sands, but I'll do it again if y'all want me to.
$2,000 in central bank securities, $40,000 cash value on her life, $100,000 I guess is the value of the life insurance. Real estate appraisal, what is this, $358,000. Automobile, $30,000. Anyway, she declares $1.48 million with an annual salary of $76,000, real estate of $18,000, $31,000 in securities income.
Okay.
And she has $9,120 worth of debt on a mortgage payable.
Y'all asked me for Dwayne Sands. Here it is again. So he has $100,000 in his savings, a salary of $600,000. He has his occupation listed as a surgeon. He has $200,000 in his current account, $4.5 million in securities and investments. He has a $50,000 life insurance policy, $4.5 million in real estate. He drives a $90,000 car. He has other personal property that's worth $400,000. Securities of $20,000 and real estate income is $50,000. His mortgage is $1.3 million, and he has another $300,000 in debt. So his total assets, his net worth after all of that is $8,140,000.
Bobby Roberts declared $3.4 million.
Bobby Roberts?
Who was followed by Dennerly Penn, who declared $1.97 million. And then, of course, third in the race, I think it is the Reverend with $57,669 and 14 cents.
Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anybody.
I'm trying to find the Aisha one. I lie, and I won't tell you what I'm looking for. But I can't seem to find it because I saw it earlier. You saw Travis? Could you read Travis? Travis is in the front fold.
Yeah, you wait till I done pass that to try and make me go back, and I ain't going back right now.
Are you a Rasta?
I ain't going back.
Oh boy.
Joe Beth Colby.
Mm-hmm. The one and only?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So her salary is $220,000 apparently. She has $121,000 in her savings account, $120,000 in securities. She has a life insurance of $15,000, real estate of $840,000, another one of $165,000. She drives a $67,000 car. Her total net worth $902,560.48.
Yeah.
Faith Percenti, the COI candidate with the red hair.
The one from Angliston.
I think everybody knows her as the one with the red hair.
Okay, go ahead.
She has this, right?
Man, you read what in there, these declaration. What do you mean that they write?
She has $15 in her savings account, no salary, no securities, no real estate, no mortgage, no notes, no accounts payable, no current account, no securities, no cash value of life, no insurance, no real estate, no mortgage.
Perfect.
However, for receivables, she has $8,957. From where?
Yeah.
She don't have no income, and she's not working.
Don't worry about that.
And she doesn't have any real estate.
She's blessed and highly favored.
Her occupation is a pastor. So I would assume that that's what she gets from the church.
Free will gifts. I keep telling you.
That's what she gets from the church. She drives a $12,000 vehicle, and her net worth is $12,427.
Then there's Bacchus rule.
So I guess that means that, y'all say all pastors is be rich.
Y'all may be right.
She only worked $12,000. That means that all pastors are not rich.
Not her? Oh boy.
What you wanted me to read?
Bacchus rule.
Where do you see Bacchus?
Bottom right.
That's Travania.
No, it's everything. Say Bacchus rule right there.
Yeah, but it don't continue there.
No, so just unfold it. I think it goes.
No, give it to me where it's supposed to be.
Oh boy.
You want me to be searching for stuff?
The more I do for you, the more I find I have to do.
Why would I have to search?
What?
I wanted to see that Travania that was right on the top of that, though.
See? Bacchus rule.
Okay, I want to read that Travania. So Travania is the lady who we both liked, who's running against
Leslie.
That's
your hairstylist daughter.
Who's running against Leslie. So Travania has $41,000 in savings. Her salary is $161,000. She has $20,000 in real estate. Her cars were $30,000. Other personal property $30,000. So her total assets. No, her net worth is $540,000. Say these two like an old married couple. Someone say Bacchus. Okay. Let me find Bacchus for you guys. This is yours. It's very small. Okay, so Bacchus Omar Jude Roll has a salary of $145,000. He has $11,179 in his bank account. He has an insurance value, $25,000, $90,000 in real estate, another $600,000 in real estate. His car is worth $88,000. He has a mortgage worth $76,000. His net worth is $693,421.
And that's reasonable. That sounds like it add up on a calculator, eh?
Yeah. Of course, we know you was going to say anything about Bacchus is reasonable.
Don't do that.
You like Bacchus? Please
I just want to let you know that, when you carry a declaration to people, they should at least read it before they sign it. So you don't end up like O'Brien here. O'Brien Thomas Knowles.
Can you read?
They tell me they like to hear you read.
I am reading everything. Can you read something?
You want me to fan you?
What do you want me to read?
O'Brien. Where O'Brien is.
You can't even see.
O'Brien.
Okay, so O'Brien Knowles.
This why we can't let y'all in no house of no assembly, man.
Brian has no money in his savings, no salary, no accounts payable, no security, no money in his current account, no securities, no insurance, no mortgage.
No debt.
But he has...
But like manna from heaven, he just have 350... So where you keeping it underneath your mattress?
But his net worth is $456,000. I don't understand.
If you ain't have no money on your savings account, you ain't have no money on your current account, you ain't got no money in no security account, you ain't got no money in no... Boy, well...
He don't have a salary.
O'Brien neighbors.
He say he's
O'Brien have $356,000 in a drawer. It's
Stop
somewhere
that.
in that house.
Stop that.
Where else is he keeping this money? Man, I want this to stop.
Stop that.
Where's O'Brien keeping his money?
Stop it. Be nice.
Okay, Francesca, nicely. Where's O'Brien keeping his money? Is it under the bushel? We know for sure it ain't on no bank account. Who signed these things for y'all?
Someone told me do Travis.
Travis is at the top. See, here he is. Travis have zero debt.
Travis has $67,000 in his savings, $23,000 accounts receivable. He has $320,000 in real estate.
Yeah. It was Travis.
His car is $102,000.
Yeah, he must be driving the Maybach. Either that or he bought himself a Toyota Coaster to drive around in.
You know what? It's almost time for us to go. Someone say do Denari. I can't do what I can't find. Denari.
What Travis' total value was, you ain't tell us?
Yes, I did.
What'd you say?
Travis' total was $598,000.
But he only have $2,000 in liability in his whole life. His whole life. That's something.
So he doesn't have a mortgage?
Like,
no?
obviously he buy this house cash.
Yeah, because he has $320,000.
He was making $100,000 as a 19-year-old boy. That's possible.
Okay.
You know, I don't know.
Fred Mitchell.
Why can't I find Aisha all of a sudden? Lord, have you blind my eye to Aisha? Because that was also something special declared here in this newspaper.
It's time for us to almost go.
You have to leave?
Yeah.
Okay, I brought you something.
Is this a real gift?
Open it. Don't open it fast before the jingle.
This is a Gucci box. This is not.
Are you opening it with vigor? A gold box! Unlike any other of the boxes I've brought you, now you have show these people your wonderful gold box. There you have a wonderful, doesn't it just make you feel like a PLP in waiting? And it is collapsible.
That's because it's cheap.
So that when you aren't using it, you could stow it away. But you will be using it because now that you have a passport and a voter's card, I brought you this wonderful, look at this, isn't it just marvelous? Listen, and the girls at Perfume.
I thought this was a Gucci box.
Paradise wrapped it so wonderfully for me. They're so fantastic down there. So show the people. So while O'Brien have all of his money home, O'Brien ain't got no box to put his money in.
Give that to O'Brien to put his money in. What we don't do today, we'll try and finish up tomorrow, y'all. Let us know in the comments who y'all want us to do, who we do.
What it feels like to have a wonderful golden box that is collapsible and perfect for putting in documents.
I've always had a wonderful golden box.
Y'all, let's fade to black. We'll see y'all again tomorrow.